Hi, I don't think I can do a video this year. Um, I shot something about a week ago and it didn't work. The it was funny enough. It didn't quite feel right, and the whole process just kind of had issues. And the video was way too dark. And then my editing computer, the one I've edited all of these videos on for like 8 years, it's toast. Psych. I got a long weekend and a PC I scraped together out of garbage. You think a little bit of struggles is going to stop me from making an April Fool's video. Wrong. Now, what could I possibly make in 3 days? Do you remember in school when they made you write like essays where you had like the like an introduction paragraph and then three paragraphs in the middle of like arguments for or against something, and then like a conclusion where you summed everything up, and it was like part of your final grade and you had to do it for like your school exam at the end of the year? Do kids still do those? Like, I'm old now, so when I was in high school, we had like a photo that they'd give us of like the Great Depression or the Juno landing in World War II, and we'd write like the introduction and then three paragraphs talking about whether it was good or bad or whether we liked it or not or something like that, and then a conclusion. And then we just pray that whoever read it bought the bullshit, because I don't know about you, but I bullshit my way through high school pretty hard. I think kids still do those. The kids have to still do essays, but I don't know. They probably do stuff about more modern topics like, I don't know, race relations or gay butt sex or something. I'm not. Video essays are basically that, okay? So we just need to pick a topic. So first things first, you want to pick a topic that brings in the clicks, okay? You hear what I'm saying? You have three options. Option one, nostalgia. All right. Millennials and some of the older Zoomers will literally click on anything from their past. Okay. No matter how shitty, how garbage, how irrelevant it is, they love that shit. Okay. Uh, the dark history of Kim Possible. Okay. Um, whatever happened to Beyblades? Is Avril Lavigne still alive? That kind of shit. Okay. It doesn't matter if you're full of shit. You're just driving the clicks, okay? Option two, controversial topics. This is so simple, it's fucking sickening, okay? You take a nuanced topic and you remove any semblance from one side, either positive or negative. You take the topic, right? You present it like you know what you're talking about, and you just completely remove half the argument. And you make sure you skew it either left or right, okay? That's the most important part. Okay, listen to this. Okay, uh, why wind power is a scam. Oh, oh my fucking god. That is a banger video. It like Daily Wire will pick that shit up. You'll get interviews with, I don't know who the fuck is Benjamin Shapiro. Sure. That's brilliant right there. But if you want to bring the real clicks, you go left wing, because everybody knows that the left wing controls all the fucking online institutions, right? Okay, so why trucks are killing us. Oh, that's a million views overnight. All right, the Reddit fucking morons will eat that shit up. Are you kidding me? R/fuck cars. Look, either way you swing it, you just got to remember the golden rule. No nuance. Every topic is black or white. There is no reason to own a truck because trucks are only used for killing kids. There is no reason to use renewable power because the only power comes from burning dinosaurs, okay? And here is the best part. If you make your video so brain dead, just so absolutely hostile to your fellow man that it attracts dissidents who come and shit talk in your comments or dislike your video, it does even better. Look, hate watching is still watching. Hate commenting is still interaction. Listen, YouTube is an attention mill, okay? You watching this video right now is exactly what YouTube wants. Eyes on the screen. It doesn't matter if you like what you see. It doesn't matter if you hate what you see. Ignore the dislike-like ratio. Seriously, it doesn't matter. The whole dislike-like thing is just for YouTube to push more tailored content to you. So if you have like a really high dislike ratio, it's not going to affect how your video is being pushed to people, because again, YouTube wants eyes on screens. Hate watching, like watching, brain dead watching, babies watching. They just want people watching, okay? They don't give a shit if you like it or not. So if you've got like a bajillion dislikes, doesn't matter, okay? And the other really important thing, leave the toxic comments, okay? A toxic comment is a gift. It is bait so that some other dumbass can come in and argue with him in your comments. Comments are comments. Interaction is interaction. Look, do you want a thriving community or do you want some fucking money? Oh, and option 3 is Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm old enough to pay taxes, so I don't know what the fuck that is. So you want to make a video essay, and you have your topic. But how do you make a video essay? It's incredibly easy, both to do and explain, but before I give you the information you care about, before I tell you why you're here, before I fulfill your purpose for clicking on this video, we need to start at the beginning. About 13 billion years ago, gravity caused all the stuff that was floating around to get really tight and then explode. Or, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Whatever you choose to believe. Then through evolution or divine intervention, humans appeared and started fucking around this rock flying through space. Or planar discs surrounded by an ice shelf. Whatever you want to believe. Pre-humans figured out how to make tools, so despite not being the biggest or fastest or strongest or smartest on this planet, we took over the fucking place. For survival, we gathered into loose groups, then tribes, then nomads, then proto-colonies, and finally civilization. We somehow figured out that special rocks melt and are better than other rocks, and then quickly we figured out how to use those melted rocks to kill each other faster and more effectively than with big sticks. I don't want to bore you with the details of how we got from there to here, but we're only a few minutes into this video and it's got to be 20 minutes, so grab a snack, it's going to be a while. The Industrial Revolution and its consequences have been a disaster for the human race, but very profitable. The printing press. Boom. Now you can share your ideas faster. The telegraph. Boom. Now you can share your ideas longer. Alchemists figured out how to capture light on silver, and then some French dude figured out how to put the silver onto glass. Nitrocellulose. Good for killing, good for photography. You know, if you got an hour, close down this shit first off and go watch Highlights and Shadows. You can find it for free on Vimeo. It's this documentary by the Eastman Kodak Company. Absolutely stunning. It's probably one of my favorite pieces of cinema history ever. You can just watch it on Vimeo for free. Anyways, we somehow figured out that you can take a special sand and then you can melt it down and then trick it into thinking with lightning. Vacuum tubes, circuit piles, circuit boards. You know, okay, do you know how you can take like a negative, like a film negative, and enlarge it into a large picture? If you flip that shit upside down, you can take a large picture and make it into a smaller picture. And if you draw a circuit on that large picture, you can make really, really tiny circuits. Or you can trap demons using brimstone on tablets and then force them to do your bidding, whatever you believe. Hey, did you know you can store data with electricity? Well, not really data as we know it. Basically just yes, electricity or no electricity, like a light switch. But if you took 8 light switches and you put them in a row, you could have 256 combinations of yes or no. Now let's say you got special light switches that can get turned on or off with a different light switch. And so you have light switches that turn on or off light switches. And instead of light switches, they're like infinitesimally small little bits of doped silicone combined with like phosphorus and shit. Boom. Sand that remembers. Memory. Now, let's say you take one of those memories and you make a glass top for it, and instead of an electron switching one of those on or off, you use a photon, which is light. Digital film. Each picture element, or pelament, stores a little tiny bit of a picture. But when you reassemble them all, you get a digital image. And then you do that at least 12 times per second. That's digital video. Now, elsewhere, in a cave or something, US military scientists were coming up with ever more creative ways of killing us, and they thought, wait a minute, what if we took two computers that were a long distance away and connected them through some kind of protocol? And they're just like, hang on a minute here, that doesn't kill people. And they're like, well, we can definitely use it to kill people. We just use it to like target missiles and shit like that. And they're like, oh, perfect. That makes absolute sense. But as it turns out, it can be used for more than killing people. I mean, a little more, not a lot. Like, it mostly used for killing attention span now, but it does still work and it's still pretty useful. Anyway, digital video is huge, like in file size, and sending it over the brand new internet was basically impossible until a bunch of fucking nerds figured out how you can make it smaller with math or some shit. Anyways, if you want to watch the first ever video put on the internet, it's called Wax or the Discovery of Television Among the Bees. I watched it. It's odd. For the full experience, turn your resolution down to minimum, pause the video, and then just tap the greater than sign on your keyboard basically once every half second or so. Fast forward a few years, and then some more nerds invent YouTube. And YouTube grows and grows and grows into a flourishing community of creatives and artists producing interesting and intelligent content. And then Google buys it and ruins the whole fucking thing. Now it's a job for millionaires and attention whores, and it's run by billionaires who make all their money by stealing your data and selling it to advertisers so that they can put ads in front of your faces. But everyone born after 1990 is so desensitized to ads because we've had them shoved down our throats since birth that they don't work anymore. And so instead of realizing that they single-handedly killed advertising, they just keep shoving more ads into it. They just keep piling on longer and more unskippable ads and more aggressive ads and targeted ads and ads right in the middle of the screen. And they're kicking the rotting corpse of our media landscape. And we as consumers, first out of convenience, but now out of necessity, install ad blockers and special browsers just to enjoy the content that we used to watch freely. But that causes the system to lose money. And so creators, in order to make some amount of living, they have to shove brand deals and brand spots and raid Shadow Legends into their content, even though it has no place being there, in order to just make a little bit of money. But we as consumers are so burnt out on ads that we install plugins that literally crowdsource the location of every embedded ad across all of YouTube and skip or mute them automatically. I don't know what watching YouTube is like without sponsor skip. And sponsor skip is horrible because it just massacres the intended format of the video. I don't want to have to do it. But if I hear some fucking YouTuber try to sell me Air Up one more time, I'm going to lose it. And I work in advertising. I know how bad it is. I can tell you right now, a $500 booth at a conference, shaking hands, will make you more clients and more money than a $500,000 Google AdSense deal. If you got like 4 hours free, look up online The Century of Self. Sorry, the Century of the Self. It's a 4-part documentary. You can find it on the Internet Archive for free. It will fuck you up. Like, I saw it, first time I saw it was about 10 years ago, and then I saw it a little more recently, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. You will never see an ad the same way again. It's like the Matrix, when they're like, oh, blonde, brunette, I just see code. It's like that. You're watching like TV and you're just like ad spot, appeal to emotion, appeal to sexuality. It is, oh man, it is mind blowing how good it is. And it's definitely worth, like, even if you don't work in advertising, just to immunize you against the constant flood of crap being shoved into your face every single day on the internet and on the freeway and in buses, like on the train station. Just, it's absolutely crazy. My notes just say video essay. See you next year.
Sushi, sushi, sushi. Come on down to home of the all-you-can-eat sushi and Thai food. You heard me. For $29.95, you can eat all the sushi and Thai food you want. Yep, all the sushi and Thai food. All of it. Yep, you can eat it all. All of it for $29.95. Eat it all. Yes, yeah, you can eat all the sushi and Thai food. Every last bit. You can eat it all for $29.95. That's some good sushi and Thai food. $29.95. All the sushi and Thai food you could want, and also Chinese food and spring rolls, which are Indonesian. Yep, you can eat the sushi and Thai food. Eat all of it. Eat it all of it. Eat all the Thai food. All of it. Eat all the sushi and Thai food. $29.95. All you can eat. Every last bite. Eat all of it. Yep, it's so delicious and sushi. And eat it all. It's so delicious. All the sushi and Thai food. All of it. Yep, all the sushi. You can eat it all. All of it for $29.95. Eat it all. $29.95. You can eat all the sushi and Thai sushi and Thai food. Last bit. You can eat it all for $29.95. You can eat all the sushi and Thai food. $29.95.
Another round coming. You know?
All the sushi, $29.95. All you can eat. Every last bite. Eat all of it. That's so delicious. And sushi. And eat all the sushi. So delicious. My sushi doesn't it? Yep. Eat all the sushi. Eat all the sushi. All the sushi. Thai food. Sushi. Eat it all. $29.95. Eat it all. Yes, you can eat it all. Eat all the sushi. Thai food. All of it. And the spring rolls, which are Indonesian. You can eat all the sushi. Thai food you can ever possibly want. Eat it all. It's all $29.95. You can eat all the sushi. Thai food you want. There's some good sushi. Thai food. $29.95. Eat all the sushi. Thai food. Eat it all. Come on down. Come on down home. Eat all the sushi and Thai food. You heard me. For $29.95, you can eat all the sushi and Thai food you want. You just eat it all. Eat all the sushi and Thai food. It's so tasty. Oh my God. You eat all the sushi and Thai food. Please. Come and eat all the sushi and Thai food. $29.95. You can eat every last bite. Eat all the sushi. Yep, delicious Thai food. Yep, sushi.
I know every year that like the joke is like every year when I make these things, the joke is like, this is the worst video I've ever made. I think this one wins. I will try to do something better next year.
I don't envy you this task, but I do believe it is for the greater good.
I understand.
And Captain, thank you for...
Hey, Wes, there you are. Come here for a second. I've got something I want to show you. Come on. Now take a look at this. Now, remember how we always used to talk about improving quantum efficiency by creating a new plasma ion relay? Well, take a look at this.
You've only got one microfusion in a relay in there? Your converter interface will never hold up.
Hey, I ran these diagnostics myself. But I stand by the work.
Read the latest paper from Dr. Vastline. He has brilliant new theories on warp propulsion interrelays. He'd say all this stuff is obsolete.
How does that end, Wes? Look, do you want to come up with this kind of attitude? Absolutely not. You're dismissed.
The Enterprise has arrived at Level 5. I'm spoken to the leader of the Fire Council. He has agreed to meet with us this afternoon to discuss the situation.
I'm fine. It's very little I can do. The decision about this planet was made at the very highest level of staff.
Do you know how long we've searched for a home? Almost 200 years. Then we found this world. Can you blame us for not wanting to give it up?
I understand and I respect your people's long journey, and I believe that I can help you to find new homes.